Hello, good morning or good evening to everyone. Welcome to Mainframe Tutorials. You're watching CICS tutorial. This is Kumar. Okay, so we were discussing about the CICS tutorial on the various different topics. So today's my video would be on CICS control programs and table. So this is which is a very important as a beginner, and this the which would be an interesting to know to when never working with the CICS. So the last week I was discussing about the important terminologies that we used as part of CICS, right? So the various terminologies that we use like task, transaction, multitasking, multi-threading, and reentrancy and quasi-reentrancy. So these were the important terminologies that we discussed in the class. So today's topic is all about the control programs and control tables that we use in CICS. So before starting with, just I wanted to know, like in JCL, while working with the JCLs, you might have seen various IBM utilities that are inbuilt provided by a IBM, right? So what does it mean? So it means that there is no need to write any program or need to develop a program to take a specific action. So for example, in JCLs, in order to copy a program from one file to another file, so there were many ways, right? So you can write a COBOL program and you can read the one file and you can copy to another file. So that is the one way. So the fastest way to is to use an IBM supplied utility. Okay, it will have that utility, and just with a single JCL you are trying to copy that. So right, the same way, so CICS has applied various control programs and the control tables that are used in the background for the CSS operations. Okay, so the various programs are like TCP, KCP, PCP, FCP, and FCP. SCP. So in order to discuss in detail about what exactly these in details means is like these programs are used in the background. So whenever you're working with the CSS maps, programs, or transactions, so this would be helpful to. These are used in the background. So let's see in details about what is terminal control program. So it receives the message from terminals and transfers the data between terminals and programs. Okay, again, it receives the message from terminals and transfer the data from terminal to programs, terminal and programs. Okay, KCP. The name itself indicates that the task control programs. It what you can say, it it controls the execution of tasks and its related properties. Okay, PCP. PCP stands for program control programs. So it what you can say, it locates the load program for execution and transfer the control between programs and return controls to the CICS region. Okay, what is FCP? FCP stands for file control program. So what are the various file actions we have, like read, update, add, and delete records in a file, right? In the same way, FCP is to give the services that has read, update, delete records in a file, and have an exclusive control over the records. Why we have an exclusive, why this has an exclusive control? In order to maintain the data integrity whenever there is a record updates. Then we have another program called SCP, that is called a storage control program. These all are used in control, allocation, and deallocation of storage within the CSS region. So these are the important control programs that are used in CICS. So they are not sure if it might be useful to you whenever you attend for an interview too. So it might they may ask like what is TCP, what is KCP, or what are the different CSS control programs they have. You can just straight away answer this. And next is coming to the CSS control table. So we have the same way we had a control program. So we have a table, so where it will have their program ID transaction. So it is used to store those such a thing. So let's see what are they. So we have many. So I'm trying to display only few. So these are the mainly used, that is TCT, that stands for terminal control table. So it will have all the terminals and terminals registered or terminals list available in this particular terminal control table. Then we have a PCT, that is called as a program control table. So it will have the transaction ID and its corresponding program ID in this table. So whenever any transaction is initiated, so first it will check for the transaction is existing in this control table and what is a program for related to the particular transaction, and it will go to a program called a processing program table. okay, where it will check for the whether the program is existing or not, and it will check for the load module of that particular program. So this is called as a processing program table. Then we have a FCT. This is called as a file control table. So when there is when if you are in a program, if you are using different files, okay, so files, so you need to register, or you need to enter those file names and these things in a FCT. That is called as a file control table. So basically what will the file will have, the like file data set name, the record length, or the maximum and minimum length. Okay, so that's it about the CSS control tables and its importance, and CSS control programs and its importance. So as I said, so these are the two important concepts that we need to know. Okay, and that is CSS control programs and the control tables. So it is very much used when you attend for an interview. Okay, so that's all for this today's class, and I'll be coming up with different topics. So, and next topic would be the transaction life cycle, like what is how the transaction is initiated, and how the different tables and the different control tables, that is CSS control tables and control programs, come into the picture. So we are going to see in detail in my next class about the transaction life cycle. So if you like this video, you can like or subscribe to my YouTube channel, or just use a comment. So based on your comment, I can work on more and to try to produce a different topic. So, and apart from this transaction life cycle, so we also use various different transactions. CSS has supplied its own control programs, control tables, and transactions. So that also we can discuss in the next classes. Okay, for now, this is Kumar signing off for today's tutorial. So thank you so much for watching this video. Have a great and pleasureful day, and happy learning.